Hello, my name is Nathan Taylor, otherwise known as Sockmatician, and this is a tutorial to accompany the Sockmatician's double knitted brioche ebook. This particular video is to demonstrate how to work a horizontal transition partway through a pair, which means transitioning from double knitted brioche to double knitting or double knitting back to double knitted brioche without waiting until a pair is complete. We want to do it partway through a pair, i.e. after the knit stitch of the double knitted brioche pair. Here's how it's done. As you can see on my needles, I've got a section of double knitted brioche, and here in the middle is some double knitting, and I want to transition at this point here. So there's one full pair of double knitted brioche stitches left on my needles, and then one double knitted brioche knit stitch. You can see there I've got a knit stitch brown with the blue yarn over, a purl stitch blue with the brown yarn over, and a brown knit stitch with the blue yarn over there, and then I'm into some double knitted stitches. So there's no purl stitch completing this pair, so the transition point happens here, partway between the two. I'm going to start off by working this final pair according to the ordinary instructions for double knitted brioche. So I'm going to knit with my knit coloured yarn, full yarn over with the purl coloured yarn, yarn forward with the knit coloured yarn, purl with the purl coloured yarn, take the knit coloured yarn to the back of the work. And here is where I've got just one half pair left to go before the transition point. So just as before, I'm going to knit that knit coloured stitch there with its yarn over together with my knit coloured yarn. Then all I need to do to transition from the double knitted brioche into the double knitting at this point is take the purl coloured yarn to the back of the work, but this time I'm going over the top of the right needle, and you can see that that's added a blue yarn over to that brown stitch, and now both of my yarns are at the back of the work ready to start double knitting. That's all there is to it. So literally you work the knit stitch and then take the purl coloured yarn to the back over the top of it, and then I can carry on in standard double knitting, knitting with the knit coloured yarn, bring yarns forward, purl with the purl coloured yarn, yarns to the back. That's all there is to that side of the thing. So when we get to the other side of the double knitted section, we want to do a similar sort of thing, transitioning back to the double knitted brioche partway through a pair. So it's almost as if the double knitted brioche knit stitch has already been worked, and we're going to continue with our double knitted brioche, but only from the point of the double knitted brioche purl stitch. Getting towards the end of that section now. This is standard double knitting, nothing fancy or funny going on there. Two more pairs of stitches. So here's the final pair of double knitted stitches, and I'm going to work those, knit yarns to the front and purl, and yarns to the back. You always complete a double knitted pair by taking both yarns to the back, even though the first thing to do here is I'm going to bring both yarns back to the front. You could leave them there, but I think it's always a good idea to complete the pair, complete the maneuver before moving on to something else. So here you can see the next stitch on the needle is a double knitted brioche purl stitch with its brown yarn over there. So I'm going to bring both yarns to the front, signaling the beginning of this double knitted brioche section, and I'm just going to purl with the purl coloured yarn. Take the knit coloured yarn to the back over the top, and you can see what that's done is it's giving a brown yarn over to that blue purl stitch there. So let me show you that one more time. I've finished my pair of double knitted stitches, and I take both yarns to the back, and then all I need to do is I bring both yarns to the front and purl with my purl coloured yarn, take my knit coloured yarn to the back, and I'm ready to continue with double knitted brioche stitches all the way to the end of the row, or as directed by the pattern. And that's all there is to transitioning horizontally between double knitted brioche and double knitting partway through a pair.